Hi, my name is Marie. I'm based in Savannah, Georgia, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'd like to give a little introduction before we get started. I want to talk about, first of all, why I do this weekly free guided breathwork and meditation. I'm here because there are a lot of forces out there that are trying to make you feel burned out, tired, sick, useless, things that want you to shut down, and you're just no good to yourself if you give in to those things. You have to remember that rest is rebellion, and that you have to start from a place of rest and awareness in order to care for others, in order to do big things in life. So this is my free offering because I want to see everyone able to go out there and live their best life. In those meditations, there's a couple of tools that you're going to gain, and the first one is breath work. And breath work is very, very, very important to me. I'm going to talk to you about the ways that I use it, but there may be other ways that you use it. So I have trauma and have dysregulated nervous systems. I have triggers in life. Some things will trigger me and they'll start me into kind of a panic, or I'll start to shut down. I can't think. And having the breath work, doing just 2 to 3 minutes of the breath work, helps bring me back into a state of calm. It reminds me that I'm not actually in danger and pulls me out of a tizzy. For example, I almost very nearly last week committed very angry road rage. And I pulled over and I did 2 minutes of breath work and I pulled up some calming music on my phone and I did not have to go to jail. And it was beautiful. So that's one way to use breath work, just as like a disrupt your downward spiral. Just stop and do any pattern that feels right for you. Personally, I love holding my breath on the inhale or the exhale. I really find that brings me down quickly. It feels very, very grounding. Another way that you can use breath work, sometimes before bed. And remember, these are how I use it, but you may have a different need or a different way to use it in your life. So sometimes before bed, my brain spins out and it wants to, again, it's trying to relive past trauma. It's trying to remind me of everything that I've ever done that was embarrassing or scary, and so I'll use my breath work there to clear that out, to bring me back to the present, and to release some of that so that I can go to sleep. And the other time that I use breath work is when I am in my day, I need to start a new project. I have to refocus. Some breath work is more grounding and some breath work is more clearing. So the clearing breath work I find really helpful if I'm about to do some administrative work. I'm going to be at my laptop for a bit. I need to change my direction, and it's kind of like a reset for me there, and helps me to let go of the other lists and items so that I can move forward into my project. So that's breath work. The other thing, so the second part of what we do every time is this meditation. And the meditations are helping to map your subconscious. There's a couple of places that we'll go to, and getting to know these places intimately and making them your own. I try not to describe them too much. I don't want you to see what my cabin looks like. I want you to build your cabin and your safe space. For example, the cabin, or the waterfall, maybe it's a happy memory. The places that we go, make them your own. And you can use those spaces in your day. If you are upset, something happened, and you want to come back to a place of calm, you can visualize your safe space. I love, love, love the sound of running water, like a creek, the bubbling and the rocks. And if I'm just kind of anxious through the day, I can stop and pause and I can hear that noise and it helps calm me down. So use those spaces. Oh, in the cabin, is a phenomenal space to do your shadow work. If you don't know what shadow work is, that's for another video. But you can always go back to your cabin, to your safe space, and you can invite in previous versions of yourself, your child self, and you can reparent them. You can offer them love. You can find acceptance. You can invite in your future self and tell them something that you're proud of, and see if they have advice for you. So making these spaces in your subconscious real places that you can go is a very powerful tool. And also creating these triggers, these sounds and sensations, the warmth, the comfort, the smells, gives you tangible physical ties to the real world that can take you back into this calm space. So I hope you find that helpful. I hope you use the tools that we're creating, and I definitely hope that you are committing to a regular practice. I love to see that we have a solid number of people come back every week, and that makes me feel good about what we're doing here. Thank you so much.